when I was still there.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. It's going to be a scorcher out there today. It's the New York Mets going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to roll, and starting in this one, Chris Sale. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, this guy lives and dies with his slider, and it's a good one. Most guys, they're working off of their fastball, but he's backwards a little bit, works off the slider, and then when the fastball comes, it can add a little velocity in terms of perception when guys are used to seeing that off-speed pitch. When it's right, really tough to hit, even if you guess it's coming, because it's breaking two planes, horizontal and vertical.
And that's through there for a strike. And the count 1-1. Francisco Lindor at the plate. The Mets shortstop, originally drafted. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Juan Soto now. That's in there. 0-1. Sale, a former All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. Lindor on at first, nobody out. 0-1 gets a check swing, appeal to third, and he went around. Ruled a swing. Sale delivers. Back-to-back batters hit by a pitch now. And now it's Mark Vientos. In the air, out towards left center. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with one out.
Batting fourth, first base.
Here's a Mets lineup now. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team. And I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Liner, caught at second.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. When you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. And the first pitch misses for ball one. And that one is in for a strike. Corners are occupied with two down. And there's a ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That one is upstairs.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Got him swinging. Huge strikeout there.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back at Truist Park, and on the mound today, Kodai Senga.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. That's a base hit, so a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. You'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Here's the switch-hitting left fielder, Jurickson Profar. And that one's a little bit low. And that is ball one. Check on the runner.
He's safe.
Runner at first with no outs here. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. In the air, left field, down the line, and that should be extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Tag, and he's out at the plate.
Batting third
A lot of real estate to cover on that play defensively. A long throw to the cutoff man, and then a lot of ground to make up as well on the relay. But an excellent job of execution and getting that out at the dish as he tried to make it home all the way from first base.
Here's Austin Riley. And that clips the inside corner.
0-1.
Profar leads off second with one gone in the inning. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That's off the inside corner. It's 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And it remains 2-2. Runner at second here, one gone. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle, so I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Matt Olson down. And that's off the inside edge. And now it's even 1-1. And that one missing low.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Just missed. Marcell Ozuna in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Runner at second, 2 down. Yeah, that's fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. End of the first from Truist Park. No score.
See, every time you see me, I got something new. And no matter what you Softly, cause you're like the gas tank over Mr. Salty's in the winter. They ain't feeling you. See, every time you see me, I got something new. I got something new. Every time you see me, like I said, I got something new.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Starling Marte up to hit.
Starling Marte.
Sale back to work. Turned on, but foul wide of third. And Sale deals. Swing and a ground ball. Marte retired.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Tyrone Taylor. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Check swing called strike.
No ball.
That's strike one.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Francisco Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Sale ready. That one fouled off. Just missed. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. 2 outs, base is empty. Ground ball to the right side.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna.
Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. Pitch misses. Ball 1. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here at the top of the second. There's a strike.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Popped up. Albies. And that's the 3rd out. So 1 hit is all they get. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. This one's got a chance. On the warning track. And hauls it in.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall and make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
Ozzie Albies in the box now. No balls and a strike. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Way inside.
Ball.
1 out, base is empty. Next pitch misses way outside. ground ball up the middle. Slings to first,
Out.
and Albies is retired.
Batting 7th, catcher.
So here's Murphy now.
Murphy.
Outside corner, there's a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Braves go down quickly here. We'll move to the third with no score. On to the third inning. Now it's going to be Francisco Lindor. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Late on that fastball.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And now it's Juan Soto. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And another ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the third one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Now a chance for Mark Vientos. Harris ranges back. Way back there and gone. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Base is empty with 2 away. Here's Pete Alonso. That one missed. Alonso in his 7th season batting in the cleanup spot, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And that's in for a strike. That one ripped. In one hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And that's a 2-out double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
And next for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. Struck out swinging his first time. Fastball is outside. Alonso stands at second with 2 gone. Pitch is in there, and that is strike one. Swings through that one.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Jared Kelnick.
Jared Kelnick.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball.
Hey.
Next pitch is outside. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Jump throw. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop could even make that play.
Here's Orlando Arcia. Hammered on the line, base hit.
Everything came together for him. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
First and second, no outs. Michael Harris the second.
Yeah.
Next up for the Braves. Tying run and scoring position here in the last half of the third. And the sweeper is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
One out. Runners at first and second. Laser. Base hit. Nimmo quickly gets it back in. They hold him at third base, and now the bases are loaded.
He was all over that one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball. Now a great opportunity to at least tie up this game with something like a sac fly or an error in the infield. But another hit to the outfield could absolutely end it.
Here comes Austin Riley. Swung on, belted. Going back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Runner tags from third. He'll score on the sac fly. It's 1-1.
Well, we got ourselves a new ball game. Nice job right there at the plate. Sacrifice fly, and he gets in the tying run.
Matt Olson up to the plate.
How many times have we seen an early at-bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
one's in there, 0-1.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Not even close there. And the count is 1-1. And that's outside.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Left-hand batter waits. And a big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Squirts away a little bit. Well done behind the dish. Arcia, the lead runner out at second. Profar on at first with 2 down. And they're all loaded up.
Well, that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Line drive, base hit. 1 run's in. The second run scores, and they lead by 2.
Well, that at bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
First and second, 2 outs. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
First and second, 2 down. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. On to inning number 4. It's the Braves 3 and the Mets 1. Back here in Atlanta, on to the 4th. Now at the plate, Starling Marte. That one hit to right. Kelnick brings it in, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, center fielder Tyrone Taylor.
Tyrone Taylor digs in now. First time up, he grounded to third. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. And now the catcher comes up to him. Francisco Alvarez. 1 for 1 with a single so far. In there, and it's 0-1.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
High in the air, out to right. Kelnick settles under it. He's got it, and that is that. back at Truist
Leading
Park,
off
ready to
for the
go.
Braves,
Bottom 4.
catcher,
Here's Sean Murphy.
Sean Murphy.
You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
And a swing and a miss, and that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Helmet, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
And that's in there at the knees. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Came after him with the fastball on 0-2, and that's a pretty good demonstration of what power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
Arcia in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Fielding for the wall, makes the catch and foul ground. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready now for the 5th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna. Sale back to work. And a foul ball.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Got him swinging.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Back to the top of the Mets order, and stepping in for New York, Francisco Lindor. The shortstop takes the ball.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
And that one fouled off. Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. Next offering is down low. A little out front there as he swings through it. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Breaking ball inside, and now 3-2.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Albies over to first in time, and the first 2 set down at the top of the 5th. Here's Juan Soto. He's 0 for 1. Gets the slider in there for a strike. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Mets go down quickly. Score holds. It's 3-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Michael Harris II. And that misses. 1-0.
Ball.
That's a strike.
2-1.
That's
Ball.
inside, and that's ball 3. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Man at first, nobody out. Now batting Jurickson Profar. Inside. Ball 1. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Dedniel Nunez getting ready to go. Young warming up as well. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. In the air, left field, down the line. Nimmo running hard to get it. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. That missed by a lot, and it's 2-2. Harris aboard here at first with nobody out. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him, and you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact, but that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
We ain't even planning, but we matching up.
And the batter now, Austin Riley.
We just turned the strip into a fashion show.
Outside low, and that's ball 1. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Pickoff move to first. Harris dives back in safely. The 1-1 is fouled off. And down on strikes. That's his 9th strikeout so far. Here is Matt Olson. He is struck out and he is walked. And that drops in for a strike. Swings through that one out in front that time.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's inside.
Oh, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
2 outs. That one not close. And that's ball 3.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that K brings him into double digits for the game. Braves strand 1, and the score stays 3-1.
Leading off for the
Now
Mets,
the third baseman, Mark Vientos measures 6 feet 4 inches, 185 pounds, and he was a second-round pick back in 2017. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. That
Ball,
just
no.
misses, and the count is 1-2.
1 ball,
Nasty
2
backdoor
strikes.
slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso, 1 for 2. First
Ball.
pitch misses. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. One down, base is empty. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Next pitch is
Inside, ball
inside. Now 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Battling here as he fouls it away. The Mets trailing by 2, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this
Full
guy.
count.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Out to short, Arcia. Gets it to first, and that takes care of Alonso.
Now batting, left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
So digging in, Brandon Nimmo, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that's
Ball 1.
downstairs. And that
1-0.
is ball 1. That's
Ball
down and
2.
in.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
And
Ball.
another ball. Starling Marte waiting to hit for the Mets. Fastball for a strike at 95. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
2 down, nobody on, and that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
One of the things about
Now
that
batting,
2-out walk, the base runner
designated
over at
hitter,
first base is going to have a
Starling
very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Step off throw to first, and he's back in easily. Marte
That's a ball.
up to hit for the 3rd time as he lays off inside ball 1. Right side, and that one finds its way through. And now 1st and 2nd with 2 outs.
Now batting,
Just a
the
simple
center
ground ball
fielder,
the other way that
Tyrone
had
Taylor.
eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
First and 2nd, 2 outs. So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. 0 for 2 in this one. And that's in there for a strike. Little slider that finds the mark. And that one fouled off. Up and in, and it's 1-2. Moving in the bullpen, Pierce Johnson preparing to come on if needed. Bummer, the lefty, warming up as well. Two on, 2 outs. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Up the middle, all these got him on the off-balance throw. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 are left. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Braves 3 and the Mets 1. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Daniel Nunez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit.
He came out clutch earlier in this ball game and really just needs to take the same approach. Think hard right back up the middle.
Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball.
You know, these Braves really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Taylor pulls it down. 1 away.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Albies in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ryan Stanek, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Lifted in the air, right field. Soto gets under it. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, catcher, Sean.
2 down, bases empty. Sean Murphy will hit next. He's built his reputation as one of the top framers in the sport. That one catches the corner for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And it's through for a hit.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
So up next, Jared Kelenic. Just off the inside edge. Murphy, the runner at first with 2 gone.
D-Ride.
Right down to shoot. 1-2.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 left for Atlanta, but they still lead it 3-1. New inning getting started. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Well, he's back out there to begin the 7th. That surprised you at all, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little rough 6th inning there, but his skipper's got a lot of confidence in him. But trust me, they will keep a close eye on how he does in this one.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And now, Luis Angel Acuna, late on that fastball.
1 strike.
The Braves leading by 2 here in the top half of inning number 7. That one finds the corner. 0-2 now. Popped up. Albies sizes this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco
Here comes the
Lindor.
manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. That does it for Chris Sale as the lefty makes way. Really solid performance out of him as he leaves with a slim lead. We'll take a break. New arm when we get back.
Now pitching for
Pierce
the Braves.
Johnson takes over on the mound.
Number
These are the
38.
spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. And that's too high.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
That one off the mark, and now 2-0.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And that's outside. Juan Soto hoping for a chance. He would represent the tying run.
Yeah, Boog, plenty of power in that bat. They'd love to give him a shot here.
2 outs. Cut on and miss. Curveball struck him out. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. And it remains a 3-1 ball game. And we're back, set for the last half of the 7th. And now the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. And there's the strike. That one found hard the other way. And down on strikes he goes. And that's the first out. And now the center fielder, Michael Harris the second.
Center fielder, Michael Harris the second.
That's too low, and it's 1-0. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
Ball 2. 2 balls, no strike.
That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1. Top of the zone for a called strike. In the air, left field, down the line. That's out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder, Jerickson.
Here's Profar now.
Profar.
parecido, no por lo que yo tengo, por lo que yo he vivido. Y como me mantengo.
And that's in there for strike one. Called strike right there.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area. He's dealing with a great two-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
That's off the inside corner. Ball two.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Oh, very close with the location right there. It's just tough to get rewarded on the call with pitches near the top of the strike zone.
2 outs, runner at first. Austin Riley at the plate. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And the 0-1. And a swing and a miss there.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Ball.
Profar leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Oh, great stop. What a play. Inning over. Back here in Atlanta, now the number 2 hitter, Juan Soto. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Raisel Iglesias getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Pitch misses outside, and it's 2-0. In there at the knees.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
And that's off the inside edge. 3-1.
1 strike.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
Now, this guy's definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Next pitch is downstairs.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
1 strike.
That just misses. And a count 2-1. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Late with the swing there.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. 1 for 3.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
On the corner for a strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Tying run at the plate. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Pierce Johnson is done. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
Aaron Bummer gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And next for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. There's a strike. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. That's inside. 1-1. Swings through that.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
On the ground. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The Braves pen comes through in fine fashion. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Braves 3 and the Mets 1.
Now pitching to the
Back
New York
now,
Mets.
new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Ryan Stanek.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit.
Braves. First baseman, Matt Olson.
First pitch, and he just misses.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
In the air to left center. Nimmo hauls it in, and there's one away.
Up next for the Braves.
Now in for the Braves, Marcell Ozuna. That one catches the zone. It's 0-1. Action in the Mets bullpen. Reed Garrett appears to be getting loose. In there at the knees. 0-2.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Hit hard on the ground is short. Ozuna is out.
Up next for the Braves, second baseman, Ozzy.
2 outs, base is empty. Ozzy Albies next up for the Braves. 0 for 3 in this one. Just missed.
1-0.
2 down, nobody on. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do?
Bringing the cheese on that one.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And there's a ball. Swinging a drive, deep right field. That one back there. Way out of here. That reached the restaurant in right. Wow. Ozzy Albies with the insurance blast. And they add to their lead. It's 4-1.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. He got his front foot down. He was strong on his backside, and when his bat went through the zone, there's no question that ball was going to travel out of the ballpark. But that's, if you were putting the tape together, positive to watch, that's it right there. Just a perfect swing.
Two outs, nobody on. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Sean Murphy. Right through there for a strike. That one blasted deep to right. And it hits the fence. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second. And in there with a double off the wall.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way. But that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
So, runner at second, 2 down. And here is Jared Kelenic. On the ground right side. Alonso steps on the bag, inning over, and it could have been worse. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Last chance coming up here for the Mets. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Here's Starling
Leading
Marte.
off for the Mets, the designated hitter, Starling Marte.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-2.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Good eye right there.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Pitch misses there, and the count now even up.
Just missed with that good fastball inside, but it plants a seed in the hitter's mind. He's got to be ready for that pitch, which will open up the outside part of the plate.
There's a swing and a drive. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
And now it's going to be Tyrone Taylor. And ball one. Man at second. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Francisco Alvarez, the next to hit. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
And that one upstairs. Marte, the runner at second with one away. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And a 1-2 again. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Acuna in the box now. Takes strike one. With the tying run at the plate here at the top of the ninth. And that misses. And the count even 1-1.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
The tying run at the plate. And the count 1-2. That one the other way, and that's a fair ball. The run scores from third, and it's now a 2-run game. Now he launches a throw over his head.
Well done, drives in the run. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
And in this big spot, here comes Francisco Lindor. Golden opportunity right here. And that drops in for a strike.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
So the tying run at second. Pitch in the dirt, and that's ball one.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Fights it off. He'll see another. One down. Runners at second and third. The shortstop takes the ball. That's to third. Riley. And they're down to their last out.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Raisel Iglesias gives way, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching.
They turn things over to the southpaw, Dylan Lee.
All they need from him right here is one out, but that's easier said than done for sure. Lots of pressure with 2 runners in scoring position. He does have the 1 open base to work with if needed.
So it's their last chance in this one. And now the right fielder, Juan Soto. You gotta feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is gonna turn on one swing. Out to short, Arcia. On to first, ball game.
Well, this is definitely a rarity, a one-pitch save. You come into the ball game, so much pressure, don't know what's going to happen, and fortunately, you make the pitch, you get the out, and everyone has a big sigh of relief.
And your final 4-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.